Hey gang, it's Ryan again over at bulletprooflease.com. A 31-page lease designed to protect you, the landlord. Okay, so today's video's a little bit off of the video I did the other day about finding deals. Okay, so back in my buying days, right? So my wife and I owned and managed an awful lot of units in our day. So our typical, when we first started off, it was mostly small multifamilies. Okay, and when I say small multifamily, I mean small. 6 units to 12 to 15 units and that kind of size, right? But what I did in the beginning isn't how I ended up making my money. I did what everybody does. They spend their time, energy, and money trying to find deals, right? So they're doing yellow letters, postcards, cold texting, trying to get an owner to sell them an off-market building. And I quickly realized everybody's calling the same list. They're all buying the list from List Source or go to your town hall. You don't have some secret list of multifamily owners nobody else does. And so when I became a big landlord, quote unquote, I used to get postcards daily, because we had so many units, and I thought, what a waste, right? So quit spending your time, energy, and money trying to find deals and start spending your energies crafting deals. Let me explain. So I would typically go on market, right? So somebody's selling a 6-family in my target area and it's been on the market for 30 days or so. I would contact a listing agent, and invariably some mouth breather watching this is going to go, but there's no good deals on the MLS. Whatever, this is where I live. I retired in my 40s doing exactly that. And I would approach them. I don't need to find the owner, the seller. There they are. They want to sell. I want to buy. Now, I'm not going to buy what they're selling. We're going to have to make a deal. That's crafting the deal. And I would do that a number of ways. About half the units I ever owned, I never used a bank, right? So I'm here to make a deal. You want to sell, I want to buy. We just have to bridge that gap. So that's where I would spend my energies. And of course I would fail 9 times out of 10. Don't get me wrong, but you don't have to be you don't have to be successful that often. At a 10% success rate, I retired in my 40s by doing just exactly that. So my challenge to you is stop looking for deals, start crafting deals. Don't be afraid to go out and market, deal with the listing agent going, hey, maybe the price doesn't work or maybe it does. How can I take this building without having to go to a bank? And about half the time I'm successful on that, okay? The other half I have to go to a bank. But here's the deal on commercial multifamily, 5 units and above. Financing is virtually guaranteed. Use a DSCR loan. No job, no problem. No W-2, no problem. No tax return, no problem. It's much easier to finance if I have to go to a bank, which I almost never want to do, by the way. But I'm crafting a deal at that point. I'm not finding them. They're everywhere. Okay, so that's my challenge to you guys. Hey, the other challenge is you know what's coming, right? Go to bulletprooflease.com. If you're tired of being a punching bag and you're a landlord with rental properties, buy yourself the best protection you can. Thanks for watching, guys.